top.
All right, fellas, folks, we is now live.
Yes, sir.
We live.
All
We
right.
live.
First and foremost, folks, welcome to another episode of the Run Those Games podcast. Appreciate everybody who comes through and rocks with us every time that we do that. I would say every week. We haven't been doing that. We're gonna get back on that, guaranteed. First thing, announcements, anything of that sort that I got going on right now. Well, going crazy on Twitch right now. If you ain't following me on Twitch, I don't know what the hell you doing with your life, because I upload on YouTube, but I stream on Twitch. I'm gonna need y'all who be pulling up to the damn live streams on YouTube to hit that link in the motherfucking description box and follow your boy on Twitch. Alright, we got emos, we be getting lit, having fun, talking shit over there. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? Also, the podcast is available on all audio platforms, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher Radio, and of course, Anchor, which makes it easy for us to get our podcast heard on multiple platforms that I have just mentioned. And if you do listen to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, make sure you rate this thing 5 stars. Helps us get up an algorithm, brings new listeners to the podcast. It shows your support, and it brings in potential new supporters to the podcast. With that being said, we're going to go around the table. We are missing 2 members, know what I'm saying, that was supposed to pull up today. One is at work, and then one just generally couldn't make it. But I do got my boy Biggie, aka my personal damn, or actually the group's damn personal thumbnail / emote, whatever, graphic designer,
Producer for streams, since y'all can't be playing copyrighted music, you feel me?
producer / graphic designer, the whole 9 for the streams. You dig what I'm saying? Any type of damn artistic needs, he got for you. Talk to him about that price range though, know what I'm saying? Because my man's work is good, and you don't get what you paid for. Big, you know, ahead, say what's good to the people.
Yeah, sir. What's good with y'all, man? I'm in chilling. You feel me? Yeah.
Right. And my other brother, you dig what I'm saying? The second oldest in the motherfucking group. My man's be loving him some damn Persona 5 and playing old ass games for whatever reason that we might not be too much of a fan of. He's playing one right now that I remember as a kid that I absolutely hated. Man's got a damn PC and he don't know how to act now. Also, he's very knowledgeable about multitudes of things. And as well as having a problem admitting when he is actually incorrect in such statements at times.
Excellent.
And of course, he is the biggest lover of the tallest player and probably one of the most talented players that we have ever seen in the motherfucking league. Rambo Gamer, people. Say what's good, folk.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I showed up. I'm always here.
Shut your mouth, you petty motherfucker.
He forgot to mention petty. You know what I'm saying? I had to do something, so they know.
No,
Fuck you, know what I'm saying?
petty as
Boy,
shit.
Rambo, give me shish. I ain't interrupt you. Shish. Head ass.
I'm tired of this nigga. No.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rambo Gamer, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We back here with another one, RTG podcast. We got a good one for y'all, you know what I'm saying? I got a surprise coming for y'all. Stay tuned to the end of the stream, and I'm going to drop some news on y'all, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go follow the homies on their Twitches, you know what I'm saying? We out here. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. All right. Now, because I think the last time we did record this podcast was like May 19th, some news has happened, and we do got a few topics to talk about. And like I stated previously at the beginning of the podcast, I'm going to do my damnedest to bring y'all an RTG podcast of some sort every week, like how we used to back when I first started this damn thing. You dig what I'm saying? So that means Game Awards is going to make a return, as well as us just shooting the shit and potentially talking about things that are related in gaming, and maybe covering other topics that revolve around gaming, but not necessarily the news in of itself. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So, let's go ahead and get onto these topics at hand, because we do got a lot, because PlayStation put they nuts on the table with this conference. We're going to save that closer to the end. But first things first, the fuck ton of I said IG. Jesus, of IGN trailers that were released yesterday before this actually happened. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I forgot that they were like doing this entire I guess summer games thing, because as we know, due to the COVID epidemic or whatever, E3 wasn't here, so a lot of these trailers that we would see at E3 and so on and so forth are basically getting split up across different media outlets and on the internet, Twitter, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, there were a few games that were they caught my attention. Not too many, but there was a few. There was one game that I ain't gonna lie to y'all, actually did have me a little bit, I'm not gonna say fully excited, but I definitely kept my eye on it. Like, I'm not gonna hold y'all. It was this game called Werewolf the Apocalypse. Personally, I love werewolves. Very interesting mythological creature and shit like that. I would like to see gameplay about this, or more gameplay about it, because as it stands right now, we don't have much. It just dropped a cinematic trailer, and I guess it's developed by Side Night Studio. Are you guys familiar with the studio at all?
Nope.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Personally.
Let me do my Googles.
He said, I Googled it. Plus, I know Cyanide, but yeah. Yes. Okay, so Cyanide Studios. Ooh.
They bag ain't really that valid.
Hey, Rambo seen it. Rambo seen it.
Let me go ahead and look
Biggie. So the first game on the list is Blood Bowl. Hold on.
Right?
I'm gonna keep scrolling. It's not.
Wait, what was the name of the studio?
Cyanide. Cyanide. Cyanide.
Alright, so Cyanide Studios.
The fucked up part about it, this trailer does look amazing, so you know they might be able to flip it and come back. But as it stands, for those y'all who are listening, this studio has made Blood Bowl,
Salulu.
Call of Cthulhu, Styx. I don't know who's a fan of that game. I have yet to meet anybody who's a fan of Styx ever.
I've never played Styx.
They got Les Paul de France.
They got Dungeon Party of Orcs and Men. I ain't gonna lie, that title actually sounds interesting, but I haven't heard of that game for a reason.
The Game of Thrones stuff look cool.
As far as they catalog go, they bag is
it's deficient. the bag is deficient. Okay, so Unknown says Styx is nice. I'm unfamiliar with the title. I've definitely seen it, but that's one of the few games where I can say, when I usually say it doesn't interest me, I'll at least try it or look at it a little bit. That's a game where I was like, I'm good. That was like
it's literally not interesting.
Yeah. Cause I'm not gonna lie, this trailer looked fire. Like, Buddy turned to a werewolf, a damn wolf pack pulled up. Like, it looked pretty dope. But my whole thing is, we need some gameplay. Because as it stands right now, just by looking at this, what is it, the resume?
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
That resume ain't getting nobody hired.
It ain't looking too good for him. It ain't looking too good for him. Like, the trailer, but the thing, like, the cool part is the trailer really did look good. So when I was all like, oh, okay, I'm not familiar with the studio, know what I'm saying? Alright, you do your Googles, you peep what they've done, and then you're like, oh.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure the trailer for a lot of them games looked kind of cool in the beginning. And then the game came out.
Yeah, the game ain't all that great. Or the games they have made are not all that great in slightest, in my opinion. Granted, like I said, I haven't played Styx. Unknown in the chat said that Styx is actually good. But...
So 1 out of 22 titles.
It's still not that good.
Yeah,
cool.
That's... But there was another game or whatever that actually did catch my attention. It was this one called Metal Hellsinger or whatever. Not gonna lie, mostly the damn title of the game did it for me. Not gonna hold you. The title did it for me. My whole thing is, right, so this is like pre-alpha gameplay, whatever they showed. Okay, see, this got loud ass music, and nah.
We're gonna go ahead and mute that.
Yeah, so it looks like with this game, like the whole point is like just to kill to the beat and, you know, get points and get a high score or whatever. Fine, cool, dandy. Looks like this is like another turn your head off type of game or whatever. I will say though, it doesn't look bad, even though it's pre-alpha gameplay. It is pre-alpha. I'll give them that. But personally, this pre-alpha gameplay, the graphics, like I said, some of these games look good, or like the concept of it is good, but I'm like, I see why y'all released this before the PS5 thing, and thank God y'all didn't release this with the Xbox Series X joint, because this was the shit that they were showing. Yeah, Sony would probably, The only good thing about this, I'm not gonna lie, is because I do listen to rock music, is the fact that the guy Matt Heffy of Trivium is a band that I actually listen to. So that's kind of cool. But other than that, this is another one of those games where I'm all like, I need to see more. Granted, they did drop a what was it? I think like a 8-minute gameplay like interview-esque type thing.
A dev diary.
Yeah, they explained a little bit more. They showed some other gameplay that's actually like not in the trailer, I guess, more or less. You know, where they basically talked about the game and things of that sort.
That's the sort of broad setup.
But the one thing that kind of pissed me off about this was the audio of like this video was bad.
And they're the antagonist. They're the
how bad we talking?
Like his mic audio wasn't all that great. Like the dev who was talking or whatever, like it sounded very muffled.
And so yeah, so that's the setup, and you travel through all this hell.
But it's like it seems like I'm not gonna lie, the game really gave me like heavy like Doom vibes or whatever, which is kind of why it piqued my attention. But like here, like the thing is with these trailers, whatever, a majority of them, by my understanding, are done by like indie devs or whatever, and I'm all for indies as long as the game is good and fun. I just am trying to figure out, personally, with all this shit going on, is what is going to be this generation's thing. You dig? Like, remember we went to the vampire stage, the bow and arrow stage, the zombie stage. Like, what's this one gonna be?
And then battle royale. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like this generation is going to be extremely indie heavy. It's going to be an extremely indie heavy generation, because you could tell towards the end of this generation, the current generation, that they were going to indie. They're more indie route. Xbox acquired a bunch of small indie type,
like 140. It was like 140.
This generation is going to be carried by indie games. And it's going to be a lot of hit and miss. I'm going to be honest. This generation might implode real fucking fast. Specifically for Xbox. If they don't get some other games. But that's a conversation for later in the podcast. But yeah, as far as like game style type shit, Battle Royale is still going to be around. I know that for a fact. Battle Royale is still going to be around. I think the way that they're showing the new type of games that they're putting out and stuff, I think it might be a real RPG, story-heavy type generation. It's going to be something like that, platformers and stuff like that. I really think that's what we're going to see this generation.
You think we're going to have more fun this generation? Potentially? Like as far as like games go? Because this generation that we've had, it ended... actually, towards the middle and end, every game had to be fucking serious. Every single one.
Possibly. I think this generation will be way more enjoyable than last.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they still have a lot of work to do before that.
Right.
You can really just say I need to see what Xbox is doing. I really need to see what Xbox is doing because I'm not really impressed.
That's what we're all waiting for. By the way, what y'all watching in the video version of this is a game called Wastelanders, done by another indie studio. It looks like this kind of like the post-apocalyptic world where you have a bunch of different factions fighting for the same thing. Resources, control, that whole thing. It looks fun, but the graphics, not gonna lie. Granted, we don't play games for graphics. I'm just saying, going forward, 60 frames, 1080p, damn near 4K 60 should be almost the standard at this point. But just saying, graphically, this game does look like it looks like it still needs some work. I mean, granted, it's not coming out till August 28th, so it's a game that I'll put a thumbnail in or whatever, like a pin in to, you know, keep my eye on, because, you know, it could be fun. It could be one of those games that's like it sacrifices like pretty ass, like not even gonna say hyper realistic, but super pretty graphics for like overall gameplay, and I'll be okay with that. It's just first glance.
There's a lot of games that we played that don't really have the sexy graphics, but the games are good. Like I don't play Valorant, but that game is dumbed down as far as the graphics, and that game plays is a very smooth experience.
Valorant. I just hope this.
I can't really talk. I'm playing Incredibles right now.
My whole thing is like with all these indie games, things like that they've been showing off, like before the PlayStation thing, right? I just hope they're good. Because the thing is, the better indie developers and like indie studios do, we win as gamers, and the industry as well wins. Because then it's not locked in the big, what is it, the big four, big five market of Ubisoft, EA, Activision. I'm pretty sure I'm missing another big one. Those are the main ones that come to my mind, out the top of my head. But it's not putting that chokehold, you dig? Where we have other studios getting their shine and shit like that. I mean, Rockstar, but Rockstar sticks to their niche. They stick to what they Rockstar, Take-Two. Well, Take-Two owns at 2K and Rockstar, but
could have just said Take-Two.
Yeah, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like the big names or whatever, like they're gonna do what they do. But we have more indies that are actually putting out bangers. We can have plenty. I mean, granted, we do have plenty of options as gamers, but we won't be so antsy around picking what games that we play because we know, okay, this is a solid indie studio, we can trust them, and so on and so forth. Because the days of like every indie game being a 2D platformer is far from like, I mean, it's like so far in the past, it's kind of ridiculous. Like it's actually kind of not gonna say scary, but it's actually like a beautiful thing to see how far indie like developers and studios have come as far as like gaming is concerned. Because at a time I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say I anyways. I'm not gonna put words in your mouth. I was definitely part of the group that was all like, bro, indie studios, do they only just make like 2D or 3D platformers and shit like that? And then, you know, you said what, Biggie?
I was part of that group.
But then, you know, when they start dropping bangers, like the biggest banger that comes to my mind, I'm pretty sure I'm missing another one that I probably have played, but I can't think of it. It's like Rocket League. Like that game I put hours into. Before motherfuckers got dumb sweaty. Before motherfuckers got dumb sweaty on that game.
That game definitely started the trend of the indie titles.
Matter of fact, hold up. Fucking Digital Extremes, Warframe, another one.
I was gonna say that is definitely an indie title.
Fucking Warframe, before 2K bought them. The people who made Playgrounds or whatever. Yeah. Brawlhalla. That's another banger now I think about it. But yeah, like the indie devs and shit like that, them studios finally, I'm not gonna say finally, because I feel like they've been doing it probably since this generation that we're on. Like we're really pushing their like the gaming culture forward and shit like that. So like it's dope to see, and it seems like it's gonna continue to progress to the point where, like, you know, even the bigger studios are gonna have to respect indies. Like, hey yo, we gotta stay on our shit. we gotta get the fuck together.
Or they just gonna start buying them.
Yeah. But I mean, you can buy as much as you want to. There's always gonna be somebody else who's just gonna come along and see where that studio went, you know, rogue more or less. You feel me? And you know, come back on top or like change the game up.
Yeah.
He said Rockstar better make them loading screens shorter, but I doubt it. I ain't never heard I ain't never heard non-cap so bad in my life.
No, well, let me not say that's not possible.
Game.
I'm gonna not say that's not possible. It's possible on these newer generations that Rockstar's loading titles could be,
SSD.
They're gonna be faster, but that's gonna be relatively faster. But they could get slower because now they got more speed. They got more stuff. They can add more to the game if they want to.
Let's be honest. They just re-released fucking GTA 5 for the newer consoles.
Let's not even talk about that yet because I got a whole bunch of that later.
I'm that myself.
Big cock tease, dog. But we gonna talk about that later. Jesus Christ. Niggas owe me a fade. Another topic at hand is I'm probably gonna be out of this one because I'm not the biggest fan of this game. I'm actually gonna let Rambo actually hold the reins on this one. Last of Us 2 drops next Friday. One of the most anticipated titles of like PlayStation. Like, dear God.
I wouldn't say it's more anticipated than Kingdom Hearts.
No, it's one of the most. I said the most.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they released a cinematic trailer, a gameplay trailer. They've been releasing a bunch of shit for it. You feel me? Like I said, not the biggest fan of it. Will I play it if somebody donates it? I have no intention of going out and playing the game for myself. I don't. It just doesn't interest me like that. Not saying it's bad before someone tries to take my fucking words out of context. And if you somehow do, eat ass, because I generally don't care about your opinion on ones and zeros that much. Yeah, so Rambo, go ahead, bro. What you think about Last of Us 2?
I'll be honest. I've stayed away from any type of anything for that game.
Really?
Yeah, I've stayed away from everything from that game. I want to go into this game bare butt naked, cheeks out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to see nothing. I think the last thing I've seen from it was when they announced that the game was coming out.
So you avoided all when that what was the ending got released?
Oh, yes,
it was more than the ending. That whole game got released.
Shut your mouth.
This man Rambo deleted the word "last" off his shit. He's like, nope.
Yeah, I definitely have it blocked.
He said last, nope, nope.
Definitely blocked. I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely gave it the Avengers treatment. It definitely got blocked.
Woo, man.
Oh.
But yeah, so I'm thoroughly excited. I played the last one. I love the last one. I really can't wait till the game come out. I know some of the gameplay has changed as far as that story's gonna be a little bit different, but I'm down with that. To be honest with you, I'm excited for Last of Us 2. But Last of Us 2 is not the game I'm waiting on. It's not. Ghost of Tsushima is. Boy, I can't wait till that game come out.
Facts.
Game better not be trash on the new consoles.
You can't play. You ain't got your PlayStation. So.
Game better not be trash. Period.
Yeah.
Game trash. I'm about to be like, you know what? Know what I'm saying?
If that game is trash, it ain't nothing but a heads up of what this console generation finna be.
Like, imagine, God forbid, they release this game, right? And they had to downgrade this shit so much that it can't even like get a solid like 30 frames. It's playing like at fucking 25 to like 15. Like it frame drops at random because they couldn't optimize it. I don't think it'll be that. I don't think it'll be that bad. Specifically because remember they announced this game to come out on PS4.
Yeah, they announced this game to come out on this gen to begin with. So I don't Will the PlayStation have its limitations? Yeah, of course, because it's a weaker console. But I don't think it'll be as bad as.
I hope so.
We don't have to have a fucking talk.
We done came too far in gaming to fucking have consistent frame drops, my G. Like, you hit a corner, you go from a solid 60 to 70 frames, all of a sudden, nigga, am I at 20?
Why is my frame dropping and I pay $700 for this console?
Frames dropping and all you isn't in the options. You're just in the options. Wow.
Dear God.
Hey, Rambo, you can't even get to the options. I almost punched that window. Sorry. Get to the options. Can't even get in the options.
I nigga said I can't get to the options.
Like when you can't get to the PlayStation menu.
Dear God.
Oh no.
Apparently they fixed that though with the SSD. They fixed all those loading issues.
Hey they mentioned the SSD one time in that fucking conference for all of 3 seconds and they say shit else about it.
I ain't gonna hold you. I seen that and I busted out laughing. I was on my lunch break when I was watching like most of the conference or whatever, and I seen them like flash SSD and I started crying laughing.
That's funny.
More updated or more news or whatever, you know what I mean? Destiny 2. So what was it? Last year roughly, I think. Or it was either last year. Yeah, it had to be last year because we're barely in. Or holy shit, 2020 feels like forever.
Sure do.
Wow.
I was about to say, yeah, you know we're you know towards like the what was it, like the end of 2020. I'm like, wait, this shit's still going. this shit's still going. Whew! But so yeah, last year, if y'all remember, when Destiny was talking about when they finally separated from their abusive relationship with Activision and shit like that, they were talking about how they have free creative control and how they want to basically, you know, I'm not gonna say abide. I don't want to put words in their mouth, but for the sake of the lack of words that I could think of right now, abide by what they were talking about when we first heard about Destiny, which is like that whole 10-year plan and things of that sort with all the content updates, you know, for years on end. Well, they decided to get in a whole mucking bag, right? And they released this fire-ass trailer, which basically does a recap from Destiny 1 all the way up to where Destiny is now. And it also has showed the timeline for what they plan on doing. So, first thing they plan on doing is the new light thing, or the Beyond Light, or whatever. Where it basically, like, if you haven't got the game or anything by now, if I'm not mistaken, you would be able to cop be able to cop the game, get all the DLC, all the trimmings and all that shit. Then you get like that little light boost or whatever. That way you can actually play with your friends who are at the high level or high-ish level. That way you're not at that stage of like being at level 1 and you're playing with, you know, your friends who are like light level fucking 1,000 and shit. To kind of like bridge that gap. As well as they have more DLC that's supposed to hold us over to the end of this year, going into next year, because they also released or planning to have a DLC for next year as well, where they're basically trying to tie up the stories and shit like that, as well as open up a new story talking about Aaron or whatever, the woman with 3 eyes and shit like that, as well as introducing a new character and adding a new ability to the 3 classes as well, where you can control darkness essentially. Not gonna lie, I seen that. That's gonna be like my main shit I'm gonna use now. I'm letting y'all know that right now. The ability to control darkness, right up my alley. But yeah, this trailer, I'm not gonna hold you, definitely tapped into nostalgia because it was Destiny 1, like base story, which lack thereof. Not gonna...
I was gonna say, what story?
Exactly, lack thereof till they dropped the DLC, which was, you know, Activision. But they talked about like the DLC, showed you some of the cutscenes, went all the way into like D2 along with the DLC and the cutscenes, and they talked about what they're going to do with the for like the rest of the story and shit like that. RIP Cade, if you don't know by now, I'm sorry, but you got to deal with that. You had more than enough time to fucking get this DLC. Yeah, you had almost a year, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. What y'all think about Destiny, the story so far, trailer, and like what they plan on doing going forward?
I'm just waiting to Biggie get home so we can get on this shit.
I'ma play it.
You damn right you gonna play it.
He said, "I'ma play it."
I'm gonna play it. You damn right.
No, I
You
just
ain't got a choice, but
you gotta do your big sniff and then just be like, I'm gonna play it. Because I love Destiny. I'm not gonna lie. Destiny 2, after, they made it free to play, 2 started actually doing the right shit. It was actually pretty fun. Like, the only thing I still don't like is Iron Banner doesn't really matter about your light level or any of that, which was the whole reason for Iron Banner. So, like, that's still my only gripe with the game really, is that Iron Banner has no meaning to it anymore. You really just go in there and do the exact same thing you would do in the regular game mode, just against sweaty ass niggas.
Continue. I will say pub stopping people on console though hit different. But go ahead, Biggie.
I was gonna say I did that. I did that. I was sending y'all clips of that. Iron Banner came out, and I knew I can't hang with these PC niggas. I'm gonna go to Xbox.
Oh, scary ass.
Not even scary. I'd already played them niggas. You seen the video? You was there before the video was even made. Me and K Dog was getting worked.
I was bodying them niggas, which was funny to me too, though.
Me and K Dog was getting worked on PC Iron Banner. I'm like, you know what? Last time I got on PC Iron Banner, it didn't go too well. Got on Xbox. Was out here killing everybody. Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold y'all, chat. That shit, because I think Biggie cut out some of the shit. I was with them dying laughing because they was getting mad. I'm over here like, yo, these dudes is really ass.
Just like, to you. Like, yeah, these dudes are trash. They trash to you. I'm here with one kill.
Oh, that was great. I was over here. I think I had like 12 or 15. I'm over here like, dude, these dudes really stink. I don't know how we lost. But he's like, got one fucking kill. Maybe that would help.
Like, he was over there like, yeah, these dudes is easy. Me and Kato like, yeah, easy. That's the word for it.
Yeah. But before I let you go, Rambo, so Peep Game. So I finally found the damn tweet thread that I looked at to get some more information, whatever, by Dom's Playing or whatever. Make sure y'all follow him for any type of, like, I guess Destiny type stuff or gaming type stuff. Because this isn't the first time that I've seen some shit come from him. So first and foremost, we're gonna talk more about this topic later on in the podcast as well, but which was pretty dope as well that I didn't even get to see because I didn't get to watch this live was Bungie paid their respects to George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement during its live stream, which I thought was really fucking cool. So the timeline for how things are gonna go is they have a new release for each of the next 3 years for Destiny 2. So 2020 is going to be Beyond Light, which is the stuff that I was just talking about, right? 2021 is the Witch Queen. So that's the thing about Aaron or whatever her name is.
Or whatever her name is.
Yeah, the woman with the 3 eyes. Her.
The ghoul bit.
Yeah, called the Witch Queen. And then 2022 is Lightfall, but that's a working title. It's not the final title or anything of that sort. That's just kind of, the placeholder right now. Kind of like Xbox Scorpio.
Lightfall?
Yeah, so they got that. Beyond Light comes out September 22nd, 2 days after my birthday. Who's trying to cop that for me? You feel me?
Chat.
But it also features a longer trailer featuring Eris Morn, the Drifter, and on Europa, the birthplace of the EXO. The Stranger is back from the original game, which is kind of cool, I guess. I've actually watched that trailer. That trailer's kind of cool. Not gonna hold you. My man really did pop out the coupe though on the little scooter bike joint. She was hot. So the other ability I was talking about is called Wield Darkness and Beyond Light. And so it is a new element called Stasis, which will exist alongside the original 3. So we'll essentially have another, like, I guess, skill tree that we could level up and so forth. Not gonna lie, be able to control darkness.
Sound kind of lit. Sound kind of
Sound
lit.
like a dub to me.
So,
As long as it's not and it's gonna have to be annoying because everybody else is. As we've played Destiny more, I think I've come to the realization of everybody's ultimate is bullshit in that game. There's some feel more bullshit than other. Like all the Titans ultimates are top tier bullshit.
yeah, because the fucking head developer, when I'm mistaken, loves Titans. Huh. Save me! Sorry.
And just that one, it was the DLC ultimate with the Arc, and you could pretty much be Superman.
Yeah, fly. Yeah, I watched
Mm-hmm.
my boy Oscar like fly. I think for it was like 5 to 10 seconds straight.
Yeah, it's pretty much a glitch. You can fly longer than you're supposed to be able to. You know.
It's not even a glitch. You could actually set up your gear that way.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
It was like a legit thing where you could like set up your gear that way you're able to fly for a long period of fucking time, and then crash down and destroy everything in your wake.
Yeah, that shit was stupid. That one I think is the dumbest one they've ever added.
I hate every class except for the hunter class because we get jack shit.
I feel like no, but that's my thing. So I agree. Compared to everybody else, you get jack shit, but their ultimates are bullshit too. The lunge on the arc staff and the night crawler, whatever it is, night stalker for
Night Stalker.
yeah for the hunter.
Yeah.
That is bull. The lunges on them, I call bullshit.
Hey, feel every piece of that.
The golden gun, nigga. You ever realize with the golden gun you could shoot by somebody and you still kill them?
Yeah, I've done that multiple times.
Yeah, no, that's stupid too.
Damn that. If Titans could get a damn shield they could throw at people, the ability
But
to
that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
fly.
Everyone's ultimate is overpowered. It's just the Titans is so overpowered that it's like, nigga, give me something.
But they're
Everybody
overpowered
else-
as a class though, because remember they got that one-hit shield shit. Hunters and Warlock, we got to put. Unless you have like, I think like it's the Void Punch for the Warlock. Like both of them have one-hit melees with like if you have like no pre-damage. Hunters, we gotta hit your ass twice with everything.
I was about to say everybody else, like the Warlock definitely got theirs, but it's like besides the Titan, everyone else is like, nigga, give me something. Because I think for a minute it was really just the Titans were overpowered.
Yep. Then the Warlocks had their moment in the sun too.
Mm-hmm. But it was pretty much, especially the beginning of Destiny 2, was like, nigga, give me something, please. Y'all giving the Titans all this bullshit, and then I'm just sitting here stuck. So the piece of leg armor I have, Lou, for the Titan, if you remember, is still one of the most broken shits ever. I get overshield just for sprinting, and that overshield helps me when I'm trying to run into somebody and melee bash them because they pretty much have to take out 2 health bars.
Yeah, like I said, motherfucking bullshit.
But I'm ready for these updates.
I definitely am.
I'll be home.
I most definitely am. More like little notes or whatever. Destiny 2 will be 60 frames per second on next gen console. 60 FPS 4K 60. So
I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
all content moves. So here's some good shit, right? All content moves from the existing ones to the new consoles. PS5 upgrade for free. Xbox Series X supports smart delivery. So if you already have the game, it's going to be on the new consoles. Same shit, different name. Intergenerational crossplay. Y'all heard that correct, folks. Intergenerational crossplay. So that means if you're on Xbox One, PS4, you can play with PS5, Xbox Series X people, and as well, if I'm not mistaken, PC. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah.
Wait for these games.
Oh, facts. Absolutely. And expansions will have new destinations. So
new destinations?
Yeah, so they essentially, so it's not going to be like we're on the moon, just a different part of the moon. It's going to be like a whole different like spot.
How much that costs? You better give me some new destinations.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, dog. I'm with all that. I'm with all that. That shit is good.
You know, I'm always down to play Destiny when I'm back home.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything to Beezy?
I'm waiting for your ass to get home, Brentford.
Hold up. Well, next topic at hand. So it's not really. Actually, it doesn't really bother me that much when you have friends who are like producers and shit. If you don't know what I'm getting at here, so DMCA's are now hitting Twitch, the same thing that has hit YouTube for like the past. That's been on YouTube for like the past 10 years roughly, probably even more than that. Where if you don't have the rights to the music that you're listening to or whatever, your stream clips, whatever, can be taken down. It can't strike your channel, even live. Like they have like the technology, like where if you're live and you're playing that type of stuff, they can just strike your channel down while you are live streaming. Yeah, the immediate reaction that everybody has, and rightfully so, more or less, is what the fuck? We've always been doing this, yada yada yada. I get that, because it is kind of annoying. If you're listening to music, then you got to worry about, is it too loud? Is it this, that, and the third? Because, we like listening to music, right? But from the opposite way of looking at things, it's one of those things where it's like petty, like you have nothing else to do, but at the same time, it's like it's business. Because shout out to TBH, because he actually explained this a little bit, and it actually made perfect sense. Look at it like this. So say that on one stream I have 1,000 people in that stream, right? And I'm listening to an artist play or an artist's album, like all the way through. I'm not saying nothing either. I'm not saying nothing. We're literally just listening to it, and I'm just playing like Destiny, because that's what's playing on the screen right now.
Because wasn't he talking about the people that really wasn't making content?
Yeah. So it's like if I'm like not doing anything and I'm just playing it, technically speaking, that person's only getting that one stream just from me. They're not getting them 1,000 listens. They're getting that one stream, as well as some folks. And I have actually watched a couple streams. I'm not even gonna hold you. They shall remain nameless because that's none of y'all business. I ain't got time for no bullshit beef, right? Where they don't provide any type of entertainment when it comes to their stream. You feel what I'm saying? It's just more them just listening to music and playing the game with words here and there. Like, they're not doing what we do on this side, where we'll play a game, have music playing, but have a conversation, funny moments, shit of that sort. They're not creating content. The music is their content. So if you are more so complaining about not being able to listen to music and shit like that, granted, I love having song requests because it does engage the chat when they get to hear music they want to listen to while listening to us talk. At that same token, if you are solely relying on song requests, you need to do an actual deep dive on what you want to do as a content creator. Because once it's taken away from you, what are you going to do? Because at that point, now your personality and your content and what you offer is going to actually have to entertain the people. Not, in my case, Tupac, because that's one of my favorite, actually is one of my favorite rappers of all time. But like, in my case, like Tupac or something like that. He can't carry the stream. It'd have to be me doing it. You dig what I'm saying? Like I said, though, my nigga Biggie makes beats. The homie Ab makes beats. Fucking, I can listen to their shit and be straight. I got their stuff playing in the background. I mean, like, right as we speak right now while we're recording this podcast, y'all listen to one of the beats that Biggie has made. And I got at least like 30 to 40 of these shits like on my computer. So I'm good. Yes, and on top of that, I can do a stream without having music playing, because I can engage my chat in the conversation, be entertaining, and above all else, just play the fucking game and let whatever I'm doing be that entertainment and content. I don't have to have music. I don't have to have it. It's a luxury. And, if you've been doing YouTube, like I've been doing YouTube for 5 fucking years now. the grind ain't stopping yet though, because I ain't at 1K yet. I ain't even at 100K yet, so the grind damn sure don't stop. But I've been doing this. Granted, is it annoying? Yeah, but to me, the biggest annoyance from all of this is going to just be in-game soundtracks. That's just going to be the next annoying part about this. It's just in-game soundtracks for me. Granted, I turn all them shits off anyways, but yeah, I turn them all off. But it's still one of those annoying things because I at least want to be on Twitch where I can play the game and it's full experience. But that's what's going down right now. Biggie, what you think?
I make beats, so that sounds like everybody else's problem. And my beats are getting to the point, as the person sitting next to me actually really likes the song and listens to it a lot. So I really don't have any issues. As long as I can use my own beats, because you can't tell me I don't own the rights to something I made, and then I'm good. Y'all niggas can use my beats. Anybody else, they royalty free. If they out there, you can use them. Just don't try to sell my shit, pretty much.
Bitch. I'll add that to it.
I mean, you ain't have to, but
nope.
I appreciate it.
I ain't going for it. Bitch.
Yeah. This really doesn't bother me too much. Because, you can just listen to my beats. And don't really need music necessarily to make my streams be as good as they possibly can. I'll say most of the time, if I'm as right like this month, my streams are just gonna be me making beats. So either way, it don't really affect me. Tough luck to the niggas that it do, but there's royalty-free beats and music out there that you can listen to, and they just don't want to listen to it. Right.
I will say one of the funniest things I was seeing that tweet where the dude was like, "Hey, 21 Savage, these old motherfuckers at these DMCAs are bored. I'm a big fan of your music or whatever. Is it okay if I listen to it?" And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead." That was actually funny.
This shit is funny to me because unless he okays that with management, you still can't listen to his music on stream. He can tell you it's okay, but he don't own all the rights to his music unless he got all his masters.
Yeah, unless he own his publishing. GG's.
I was like, he can say it's okay, but if management say nah, that ain't cool, then it ain't cool.
If you don't own your pub, my G's, nope.
Take note. God bless the dead. Nipsey was telling y'all on your masters.
Mm-hmm. He was putting a lot of people on game for how to just make some money.
Yeah. Rambo, what you think, my G?
It just sounds like I get to listen to my music and stream. You don't get to hear it, so you're just gonna be hearing me hum the fuck out of that shit. So, tough.
Mad toxic.
How's that toxic? It's not. I mean, it don't really
covered.
It sucks that you can't really listen to music and stuff like that. But like, I mean, oh well.
So it's survival of the fittest, if we're being totally honest.
Yeah, if you don't know how to adapt, then that's tough titty on you, my G.
I'm about to say, if your whole streaming career is about to end because you can't listen to Drake on stream, I don't know what to tell you.
And to be honest, that was only a Twitch thing. Everybody else was getting hit with that shit. So what y'all gonna do? Go to the next one that's not really enforcing it?
I think we was talking about that. Like, people talking about going to Mixer, and it's like, you can go to Mixer if you want.
Yeah, I talked about it.
Act like they won't find your goofy. Listen.
Yeah, it's going to keep going.
So yes,
try to move to a different platform.
They didn't find Twitch until they started doing like versus battles and stuff like that, trying to do them on Twitch. You don't think, hey, maybe we need to check the rest of these gaming platforms to make sure people aren't using our shit? I promise you they are.
And not to mention, we got to remember who be sitting in some of these damn tables at these conferences and shit like that. You don't think because of this quarantine and shit like that, they're really paying attention to the numbers of that's being, produced on Twitch and that have been produced. And they're like, hey, we ain't getting no check from this. Nah, we gonna need that, and that's not me speaking on behalf of artists. That's me speaking on the folks who be doing like who work like with the whole DMCA thing. Like they're noticing these numbers.
He is speaking for all the old white people that sit there with nothing better to do but to tell people you can't do this.
Like it's business, so they gonna go after that check. That's what's gonna come down to. I mean, people try to use arguments of like social media. Let's be honest here. Those people who get to post that shit like that are getting a bag from that as well. Like they are getting paid to promote that, etc., etc. Like fucking Gary Vee was talking about that years ago. Like years ago. This comes as no surprise. None. Is it annoying? Yeah, it's annoying, but it's adapt or die, my G. It's just that simple.
Like, y'all better, you know what I'm saying? Y'all better take care of y'all shit. Y'all better learn how to become entertaining. Because if you're not entertaining,
I'm sorry, being entertaining ain't necessarily something you can learn. You just are or you aren't.
Nah, but I'm just saying, like,
in some way, shape, or form, provide some type of content that's actually entertaining.
You better do something, brother. Cause
I was say, if you yourself aren't entertaining, you better be really good at video games. And if you aren't you're really good at video games and you're not entertaining, I don't know why you even trying at this point.
Basically, like I said, shout out TVH in Black when they was talking about that shit, but it's the truth. Like, if music has been making your content all this time, and I think even the homie Adam said in the chat right now, this shit gonna expose a lot of people who just play nothing but music and don't do nothing else. Like I said, there are people out there who will be playing a fucking game and just say, ooh, ah, damn. You feel me?
I can't believe that happened.
Like, I didn't start really playing music on my streams to where people could actually hear them until I got my PC. I was doing the shit before. I hit affiliate before I could stream music on my. I don't need that shit. That shit don't affect me at all. That just means my nigga Biggie get more clout. Like, the fuck? I just play this shit.
That's what, like I said, adapt or die. That's literally all it comes down to. Adapt or die.
A lot of niggas about to just be not adapting, dog. It's hard to tell certain people trying to tell them to adapt is like the hardest thing.
Asking them to try. Yeah, that's what it is. It's asking them to try. It's asking them to do something that they're not comfortable with. If you're not comfortable, it just ain't for you.
No, it's not even about not being comfortable, because you cannot be comfortable in something and still be able to do it.
Yeah, but you have to want to do it.
Around. There's people that can still do something feeling uncomfortable or like move around in uncomfortability. But it's when you refuse to do it because you just don't like the way that you have to do it. Like, no, I want to be able to play music in my streams. All right, then go get some royalty-free music. But I want to be able to listen to this music in my streams. Well, you can't do that.
Well, you better go buy it from them publishers.
So either you're going to have to sign a contract with them in some way, shape, or form that pretty much signs your life away and all your money, or
if you think you're gonna get the rights to that music and the artist can't even get the rights to the music, good luck, brother.
Even if you did get an okay to use that music, you best believe you are losing like 70% of your paycheck from Twitch. At least that's being generous.
That's being too generous.
I'm gonna say you might see a penny.
Nah, them niggas taking your whole shit.
Hey, you can play our music, but you're just gonna be streaming for free.
That's a fact.
Basically, like I said, I personally don't give a shit.
Yeah,
is it annoying? Yeah, but do I care? Not too much. For fuck's sake, like I said, been doing YouTube. If you've been doing YouTube for a while, you become used to this. It's just like another day. Like, all right, it was a matter of time. If you really pay attention, it was a matter of time.
It really was. Like, niggas was really getting away with murder. The fact that Twitch was not cracking down on that shit.
Twitch was letting you play whatever you wanted. Meanwhile, on YouTube, you play 10 seconds of any music, whole video, no money paid.
Not an ounce. Now we can finally get on to the topic that we've been kind of prolonging, which is the Sony conference. I just want to start it off with the funniest shit ever. Y'all watching 2K gameplay from my previous stream in the background right now. The funniest thing about all this, personally, to me, was 2K and their affinity for sweat.
Dog, that trailer was ass. All they did was show Zion Williamson do a big man dunk and land.
With the sweat, Biggie, with the sweat.
Man, they show sweat every year. Congratulations. Niggas perspirate. Now what?
I mean, but the sweat, though. Like, it's dripping. Yep, drip. Nothing? No? That'll do it for you? All right.
No. They show sweat every year, dog. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't show me the same sweat line every year and expect me to be surprised.
Or happy.
Because they're going to do the same thing with the screenshots. They're going to show you 2K20, a player with no sweat, and then 2K21, a player with sweat. It's just like, oh no, he's tired. He needs some Gatorade. Oh no.
He needs some milk.
But the sweat, though. Rambo, you got anything about that sweat? About the drip?
Listen, bro. I particularly, I seen some. It looks from a graphical standpoint, son.
I fucking knew it.
it looked better. Now I'm gonna say this though, it looks better, but of course it's going to look better. But it don't look like the jump from 2K13 to 2K14.
Hell no.
I'm not impressed. I'm really not. I don't really like. Yeah, it's cool. You dropped some 2K shit. It look a little different. And when I say different, I don't mean it look. Oh, it's different. No, it just look a little different. That's about it. I'm not really impressed 2K with your shit. Show me some players. Show me some fucking gameplay. I can give less than a fuck about anything else that you show me.
I understand it's a teaser right now, but it's that was a horrible teaser. I think that's the worst teaser they've done.
But that drip, though.
You said that's the worst teaser they've done?
I think that's the worst teaser they've done for like a next gen type thing.
2K16.
What was the 2K16 teaser? I want to say because I know 2K14 was the most
2K14 was the best of all time.
I was gonna say because they had LeBron and shit.
They had LeBron straight up coming out that bitch talking big jaw ass, face ass. You know what I'm saying?
But the drip, though.
Man, fuck the drip.
Yeah, fuck the drip.
Nah,
Don't nobody care about the drip.
2K, look, 2K. You got what? What's June, July, August, September? You got 3 months to show me some shit.
Exactly. On the 3-month mark, they're gonna show niggas the park, and everybody gonna lose their minds for some reason.
3 months to show me some shit. Y'all see it?
No, they gonna show the park.
Nah, they ain't talking about
3 days. No, they gonna show the park 3 days before launch of the game.
drip, though.
No, I'm not gonna let go of what they did from 2K19 to 2K20. I felt so betrayed. Because remember when they first got leaked and everybody like, nah, that's fake. And then the trailer came out.
Bro. That's not the neighborhood.
That's real.
You guys can believe whatever you want. Fucking Ronnie, bro.
That shit great. That shit was great. But no on the drip though? No drip? Alright.
No, nigga, no. Fuck the drip.
All right, fuck the drip then. All right, bet.
Fuck that bait.
Oh Lord. All right. Well, aside from the 2K slander, we gotta at least do it once a string. Oh shit, that was funny. So during this PS5 conference or whatever, I'm not gonna lie, they actually did what we've been wanting for like the longest time. Just show us like gameplay, show us games that we could expect. Show us the damn console. Only thing they didn't do, and I swear Xbox is not doing it either until like one of them shows it first, so they can just like mark down their price on purpose. They showed us what the console looks like. Looks like a fucking router. Looks like a binder. Somebody said look like the Pope's hat. Y'all going wild with these memes. You need to relax, but they did get in their bag. The game that really, you know, kind of get me excited was that Ratchet and Clank ripped apart. Yeah. I need all that. I
need all that.
I need all this right here. I need all that right there. Because I've been asking for another Ratchet and Clank since the fucking original remaster that got done on this generation.
And it was amazing.
And it was great. So I was like, dog, we need another one. Hopefully, this will bring back the OG platforming games that we have played. Ratchet and Clank, more Jack and Daxter can make a return. Sly goddamn Cooper. The big three.
You got a lot of hope there, buddy.
It's possible. Anything is possible!
You got a lot of hope there, buddy. I'm going to say it again.
Hey, they've got Ratchet and Clank.
This is Ratchet and Clank. This ain't no other game that we're talking about. That's like Xbox fucking up on one of its exclusives.
No, I'm saying he got a lot of hope there. Like hoping all that stuff comes back. You got a lot of hope there.
It's PlayStation. Remember what we said earlier. When it comes to UI and shit like that, it's PlayStation isn't. But when it comes to these games, I trust PlayStation.
The games can be good. I'm not saying that the game's going to be bad. I'm saying if you think those type of games are making a supreme comeback, nah.
Oh no, I think we'll be all right.
Hold up, nah, damn that. Hey, Biggie, did you play any of these games I just mentioned, sir?
Fuck no.
Alright, then shut your mouth.
I think it don't even play his own exclusives.
That's because I don't really care for some of them games.
Hey,
You a 2K head ass nigga. That's all you is.
then shut your mouth.
The funny thing is, I played more than 2K. I didn't start playing 2K until 2K13.
And
He
what
said
happened?
He said that like that was so that wasn't that long ago, my nigga. That was a while ago, my nigga.
No, but what I'm saying is, I've been playing games since way before that.
What games
So
was you playing?
2K ass nigga does not make sense.
What games was you
What
playing?
games did you play? Let's go ahead and do this.
Yeah,
I know I'm a huge fan of Sonic.
Alright.
okay.
NBA Street, NBA Streets,
Basketball game.
Info Streets, Midnight Club. I tried playing Need for Speed. Remember I told y'all that, and it always made me fall through the map. So, no. That game I tried it. I gave it a chance. It didn't want to give me a chance. So, fuck that game.
So let's do this. Non-sports or simulation type game.
He
So,
said Biggie
the
plays
racing
Sonic.
games, the basketball games, all that shit. No. Tell me an actual story game outside of Spider-Man, because you love bringing that shit up. That you were
A
playing.
couple times I bring up Sonic because I'm a huge Sonic fan.
No,
He
you
said
bring up
Sonic.
I'm gonna say I love Sonic games.
I know you love Sonic. I love Sonic too. But continue.
I'm gonna say I've played from Sonic Heroes all the way to Sonic Unleashed. That includes Sonic Sonic 06, the worst one of all. I played that game.
Well, Wu played Need for Speed and whatever, so there ain't really no credibility there.
I know you ain't trying to discredit me like live on stream like I was just gonna sit here and be quiet.
discrediting him, not you.
Oh, what am I saying? I be playing these games. Better check my dental records. I'm out here.
So what other than Sonic, what else? What other story type games were you playing?
You won't let me say Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed, Darksiders. Darksiders was lit.
Heavily slept on series, not gonna lie to you.
No, the game was lit.
That game was slept on by idiots only.
The game does not get the respect it deserves.
All right. Have you beat any of these games?
I beat Darksiders too. I never played the original Darksiders. I didn't have. The only reason I
Fuck
played
them
Darksiders
puzzles!
2,
Whew! My bad.
I would say I only played Darksiders 2 because it was free and I enjoyed that game a lot.
Right.
Beat that one. I beat most of my Assassin's, if not all my Assassin's Creeds. Yeah, I think every Assassin's Creed besides Origins, I've beat. Like all the ones that I've owned besides Origins, I've beat those. Sonic games, beat Heroes, Unleashed. Did I beat 06? I don't think I beat 06, but that's because that game was just so god awful, and that final mission was horrible. Even though I still played it and semi-enjoyed the game.
You stink.
Because the Sonic stories are never ass. It's just actually like games. So
That game was so bad. I still remember seeing the like little pictures making jokes of it when Sonic was standing upside down because he couldn't fall. He was like, yo, Sonic, a Spider-Man.
So the only game that you plan on playing that is coming out soon is what? Ghost of Tsushima?
No, I already said the only one that, from what they named, besides Ghost of Tsushima, because I was hyped about Ghost of Tsushima when everybody was hyped about Sekiro.
I was the same way.
When everybody else was talking about Sekiro, I'm like, so do y'all not see better?
I wanted Ghost of Tsushima. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, them damn cherry blossoms, I was like, oh, word? You already know what the fuck going on.
Everybody on Twitter and stuff was talking about Sekiro, and I'm like, so that other game, though?
Well, okay, so you got to remember, as a gaming community, we realized that games have gotten a lot easier. So, and then they were talking about that game was created by people that created Bloodborne.
Yep.
It was mad excited for an actual challenging game. I feel like that's why. And we didn't really get any real information about Ghost of Tsushima because Ghost of Tsushima was still in alpha. Sekiro was damn near about to come out. Sekiro came out shortly thereafter they got announced. And then there was more information for it. So I feel like that's why.
Sekiro's bullshit.
I'm not even talking about like when all the information. I'm talking about the original E3 trailers. When those trailers dropped, everybody on Twitter was talking about Sekiro. I think even Wu, you was talking about Sekiro, not saying you didn't care about shit. But and then I came in, I'm like, yo, but that other one.
Yeah, I got them mixed up because they were both fucking samurai-esque games. I was all like, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks hard as fuck. And I was like, you're like, is that Sekiro? I was all like, you know what the fuck I mean? That Bloodborne shit, I'm not playing that.
I was saying, like, everybody was talking about that one, and then everybody started complaining when Sekiro came. Not everyone. The people who don't like a challenging game started complaining the game was too hard.
Bro, that was my favorite.
People saying the game's too hard. Like, no, y'all just are used to getting y'all hands held.
Like, this game, they said this game is going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenge.
I don't think a lot of people understand. A lot of these games have been holding y'all hands for years.
Facts.
Like I said, I do old ass games on my walkthrough and I play some of these old fucking games. I realize they blatantly fucking cheat for one.
Mm-hmm.
They blatantly cheat. And some of these shits are just genuinely hard on normal.
I was gonna say, even if you're 2K, because 2K has never been a super difficult game, but there used to be a time in 2K where you could play bad enough where you go to the D League.
Yep, 2K10, I did a few times.
You can play bad enough in 2K now that I don't even think you can, like, whenever there is a draft, I don't think you can really go second round unless you physically try to go second round.
Even then, I don't even think it'll let you. I really don't think the game would let you.
I'm about to say, I remember on 2K13, that game held your hand like a motherfucker. I'll agree with that one whenever anybody says it, even though it's my first 2K and I enjoyed it. Held your hand. You could not go in the second round. I remember vividly, like, the lowest you could go was the last pick in the first round.
I know for a fact 2K10 you could go to the D League as well as 2K11. I'm not mistaken. Also, you could go to the
Yeah,
D League.
11 you could, because I think I remember telling y'all, my friend was like, yeah, I'm in the D League, and I'm like, wait, there's a D League in this game?
Yeah,
I pray they bring that back. Because could you imagine having to wait for your friend to bring his ass out the D League so he can join the park?
I'm a head ass. I would do it.
Nigga, let me find out y'all went to the D League and now we can't play park. I am clowning y'all niggas.
You can do that, but I'm gonna do it on purpose, so have fun.
I'm gonna say, you talking about doing it on purpose. I'm talking about you just had you just had to go.
Imagine being that ass in 2K this far along with how easy the game is now.
Hold on. So we all know Dennison is going to the D League because he don't buy VC.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna stay quiet on that one.
I'm just thinking about how funny that shit would be though. Like, I doubt they would implement that, but it would be hilarious if you had to be in the NBA in order to go to the park. Because I would intentionally not go. I would intentionally not go to the league. I would to stay in D League for 2 seasons.
I was definitely on the Ants. I think it was the Mad Ants.
We all was.
No, you can go to other teams.
Yeah, I was on some blue team. Some baby blue team. I don't remember. Matter of fact, hold up. You know what, chat? We gonna do this shit live. Let me look this shit up.
What are you talking about with the Mad Ants?
Huh?
Which game are you talking about with the Mad Ants? Because one I'm thinking of, you had to go to the Mad Ants.
You're thinking about 19. But
Yeah.
the Mad Ants is a real team, though.
Yeah, no, I know they're a real team.
What team did I play for?
Whenever I hear Mad Ants now, I think of 19, dog.
Oh no, I'm talking about 10.
All right.
Yeah, I don't remember what team I played. Oh, here it is. The Greensboro Swarm. That's what I played for. I remember these colors. That's exactly who I played for back in 2K, what was it, 11? 2K 10, 11, yeah. Shit was great. And then I found out, well, you can just go straight to the league. Yo, I stink. I
didn't even know there was a D League in those games. I was like, wait, how you do that?
I was like, oh, I stink. I stink, Lord Jesus. All right. You like that sometimes, but continue on with this conversation. Yeah, so PS5 release showed trailer, gameplay trailer, more trailers, everything that we want to see. So a list of notable games or whatever is Big Planet. Little Big Planet is coming back. It's called Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Ratchet and Clank, as we just mentioned. Spider-Man, Miles Morales. You heard that right. Black lead with a supreme hairline. Know what I'm saying? They ain't pushing shit back. Know what I'm saying?
Shit back before. They just wasn't lining his shit up.
What else did they show? Oh,
hairline looks better than 2K haircut.
Some Samurai Jack. You know what I'm saying? The Battle Through Time.
Oh, I didn't see that.
IGN has the trailer or whatever. Horizon Zero Dawn 2, A Forbidden West.
Yay.
Demon Souls, Pragmata, and there was one more that I am not seeing right now. Oh yeah, Oddworld. That's OG Sony exclusive from the old the original PlayStation days. Those the notable ones. They showed a couple other ones. I probably missed them. If you were interested in it, my apologies, but those some of the ones that I did remember off the top of my head and not just by scrolling.
Project Athea, boy.
Both of y'all talking at the same time. What?
I know.
I was just saying Project Athea.
Oh yeah.
Well, I saw one called Godfall. That should look kind of lit.
Facts.
But I honestly see more gameplay and more stuff about it.
I do gotta say, I was thoroughly impressed by what I seen as far as gameplay wise. As far as what Sony was talking about with their console or showing, hey, yeah, fine, dandy, cool, whatever. But
price point.
Exactly, that's what I'm at. Yeah, I finally see what the console looks like. Finally, what that price looking like though, my G.
I'm telling you, At this point, and I said it on Twitter, at this point, I'm going to just assume the bitch is free.
I'm gonna just show up and talk and be like, "Yeah, can I get my free PS5?"
Yeah, fact. Because them niggas ain't putting the price point on it. I'm gonna just assume the bitch is free.
I'm telling you, I was telling her, but they playing Xbox and PlayStation playing chicken at this point. Which one of us gonna pull the price first? Because whoever pull the price first, the other one's going like $50 to $100 cheaper.
Oh yeah, they gonna be petty about it.
So the only way for you to win that game is to sell your console at a heavy loss to where the other one is just like, nah, I can't do that. Like if the Xbox comes out and it's cheaper than the PlayStation, I think Xbox might win that one.
Yeah, probably.
Because if you telling me I got to pay more to get the weaker console that might not even be able to run these fire games it's supposed to have,
See me.
It's gonna ultimately come down to who gonna have the most games on launch.
Nah, who gonna have the most games at lunch too?
That motherfucker $800 is over.
That shit ain't gonna be $800. All right, let's keep it a beat. If we talk about consoles, you can't sell a console for $800 because at that point niggas just gonna start making PCs. It's like, I'm sorry, exclusive can only do so much for you. If you tell me I gotta pay $800 to play Spider-Man, nah, I'm good.
You can save up $200, $300 more dollars to get yourself a decent PC.
Fuck a decent PC. $800 is a decent PC.
Yeah, that's okay.
1K
But
is a pretty good PC.
nah, you want that 1K, that way you can at least future proof it. You don't want to get it for now. You want to get it for later.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, even at $800, you can build yourself a PC. There is no point in you buying this console at that point. Because as soon as you try to make the excuse that it's cheaper to play on consoles, like, nigga, you spent $800. I spent $850 for my PC. Granted, I got the homie hookup because, it was my boy's PC. So I ain't really have to pay how much it was really worth. But $850 for a PC. You telling me you can't spend $50 more?
Bro, shit is great.
Oh, and don't let you have a friend that knows how to build a PC and is willing to build it for you, and you try and talk about console is less expensive.
And that's more so for niggas that's on Xbox. Because you can build a PC all you want, but if you want to play PlayStation games, you buying that PlayStation.
No, but I'm sorry, $800 for a PS5? I'm not playing.
Oh, the average person, yeah, is nah.
I was gonna say, unless you're a content creator, there's no point in getting a PS5 at that point. There's no point in getting a console at that point. At that point, it's like, nigga, fuck it. How much a PC is, man? I'm about to just buy these shits on Steam.
PS5 is going to be more expensive than the PS4 Pro, but less expensive than the Xbox X Series.
Possibly. Because Xbox could do that chess move of trying to sell it at a point of PlayStation's like, nah, bro, we ain't doing that.
Whoever sells it at a decent loss is going to make the most in return.
Yeah, but it's also just because I don't think Xbox is going to sell. I don't think they're going to try to sell it at a loss to where PlayStation's like, nah, we can't do it. So whoever says the price first is most likely going to be the one that gets least sales.
Facts.
I mean, they sell it at a loss in general anyway.
Let's just say Sony comes out first and they say the PS5 $600 at launch. Xbox is gonna come out. Xbox X Series $550 at launch. They're either gonna say $550 or $500 at launch. And then it's like, well, might as well just give me an Xbox at this point. I'm not paying $100 extra to play a weaker console. I'm sorry. I watch somebody play an exclusive. Unless the exclusive is so fire, I have to play it. Which Spider-Man is almost at that level. Almost. I'm gonna say, because the only reason I even got a PS4 Pro was for Spider-Man, but I also got it when it was a cheaper console than what it originally was. So I ain't have to. I would say I ain't have to pay day one PS4 Pro prices.
Yeah.
Telling just a regular person, hey, you want to play Spider-Man? You're gonna have to shell out at least $700 for just the console.
Like if they do that, because like remember they show like all the trimmings with it at the end. If they at least give you like, you know, the charging station, the 2 controllers, all the fixings or whatever, then you could justify it. If it's just a console, the 1 controller and a headset, kiss my ass.
I was gonna say, even then, still at this point,
I mean,
still don't fully justify it.
I mean, think about it. If they were selling like that bundle or whatever, right? So you get 2 controllers at $60, charging station $40, $50 depending on where you get it. So you're sitting at about $110 right now. Headset goes for about $60. That's about $170 plus the console selling at about $600.
What headset was it?
What happened? I think it was like the one that I have, kind of like the double over the ear joint, like an actual good one. So if it's like that, and they do that whole bundle ish for $700, then you can justify it. If I'm just getting 1 controller, 1 console, earpiece, not even a headset, earpiece. Nah, fam.
I'm sorry. If you giving me either earpieces or giving me the call center headsets for new consoles at this point, I might just have that shit, dog.
You don't want the Secret Service earpiece, brother?
Nah, dog. You can keep that shit at that point, nigga. I'll go buy my own fucking. Nigga, I'll go buy me some skull candies. They'll work better.
I'll stick with my Astro. You hear me?
No, I'm just talking about, say you don't have money for Astros, like you ain't got $60 to pay for a headset. You don't know why, but you know some people do have money.
This shit ain't coming with a headset.
It ain't coming with a headset?
Not the base one.
What do you want?
Wanna know why?
Why?
It's a built-in mic and ear and shit,
you right.
and the controller. You ain't getting a thank you,
bro. That built-in mic is going to be so ass.
That shit about to sound like a 1950s.
The first nigga to sit his controller on his thigh and that bitch start to rub, he getting kicked out all parties, my nigga.
First nigga the first nigga that just forgets that it has a built-in mic and forgets to leave the party or mute it.
Hey, Dennison. Sorry, bro.
Bro, that shit is going to be... That mic is going to be so ass, it's going to be laughable how ass it is.
No, that shit's about to sound like a war radio.
Yeah.
It'll sound like headsets that they use in the Air Force.
Bro, that shit is about to be so... Like, why the built-in mic, my G? Why, though? But for why, though?
Because they think it's a good idea, because not everybody necessarily has the money for a headset. A good headset, let's say that. Or they just don't know where to get a good headset, because you can get... I remember for the longest time, I was buying Turtle Beaches. Little did I know at first, Turtle Beaches are hollow on the inside, and that's why they break so easy.
Uh-huh.
And then my life got changed when I seen iPod's video about Astros, the Astro A10s, because I knew he had Astros, but the Astros he got were like $300. I'm not paying $300 for a headset.
Yeah, but
like $60.
Mic and controller plus their 3D audio. Yeah, that explains why.
Can we? You know, what's even funnier though is the fact that the mic is going to be so damn trash or whatever, and dudes who play 2K are still going to refuse to get a decent fucking mic.
Well, you know it's about to be really tragic.
No, hold on, Biggie.
It's gonna be 60 if you break it, right?
Are you thinking the controller's gonna be 60?
You paying close to 100 if you break that controller.
Our controller is pushing 70, 75.
Nigga, it's getting close to 100. You might be paying 80 for a controller.
That's a fact. I'm sorry, but the funniest shit go if you ain't got a headset and you talking shit to somebody,
It's gonna be there.
that motherfucker gonna bring that controller up to his face. Boy, if you don't back the fuck up, boy.
If you don't get your mouth off the thumbstick.
Boy, that shit gonna be funny. You know how dumb you gonna look with your controller at your face trying to play the game and talk.
I hope people start screenshotting that niggas yelling into their controller. Taking pictures.
Oh,
Like, look at this dumbass nigga here.
PlayStation.
I can only
my
imagine
Lord.
how niggas gonna sound like when they mad over their PlayStation mic. Niggas gonna be hearing they. You know what's gonna funny? Niggas gonna be sounding like this over the mic.
I ain't knocked you down 3 The person with the no skin, he trapped.
That, I ain't gonna lie to you. I just thought
Yeah,
about
no skin.
that controller, that mic being that close to your control on your controller is terrible. Cause when fucking tryhards get on the park, all you gonna hear is.
I mean, that's all you hear from my controller, apparently.
Yeah, but it's not as loud.
Shit. I hear
His mic ain't on his controller.
I hear Biggie shit clear as fucking day. Like, he's smacking the
I
shit out
hear
of analog
I hear
sticks.
it. But imagine what it's like for a nigga with his shit on his controller.
It's just gonna be funnier to me because, you know, niggas gonna be just loud as shit. When they yell, they gonna yell into their mic. And like you said, I want to see the screenshots of dudes yelling into their controller. That's what I want to see. I can't wait for that screenshot to come
I
out.
need to
That's
see pictures of when a nigga's playing 2K and his girl take a video or a picture of him yelling into his mic because he don't got a headset.
And she gonna be trying to figure out what the fuck he yelling. Why he yelling at the controller?
Man,
Why you yelling at the controller?
You know what's even funnier though when you think about how expensive these controllers are gonna be, right? Considering like all the technology that's inside of them. Niggas gonna be mad 10 times as mad when they rage quit and throw they shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like
fuck
when you break that shit.
I'm so glad I'm moving into a house with carpet, my nigga. Cause dog, I'm so sick and tired of dropping my controller on this hardwood fucking floor. I already need another new one because this bitch is dragging to the left.
Oh my god.
You hate to see it. I say that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm like, yo, that price for that controller, if you break it,
Oh,
You might as well buy a whole nother console at that point.
you might as well just say GG's. No, I guess I had a good run playing this PS5. It's time to hang it up.
I don't know how I'm gonna like the feel of that controller though, to be honest.
If it feels more like the 360, I'll be cool. Cause like I said previously, I like bigger controllers. Like I prefer bigger controllers.
I mean, when you got bigger hands, you prefer bigger controllers.
Like I don't like the PlayStation controller. Like granted, the PS4 controller is like way better than the PS3 one. I still like the Xbox One controller better than both. And the 360 and the 360 controller is still the GOAT controller to me. That's still the GOAT.
Because my fingers are so fat, I did not like the 360 controller as much. Because there was.
I'm sorry, I'm childish.
My fingers. So I'm trying to get a good grip on the controller, and my fingers in sometimes in an awkward position.
That nigga out here fat finger and shit.
So he's sticky fingers. That's a fucking tongue twister. Sticky, icky, thicky fingers.
No, never.
Icky Vicky.
But that controller gonna be like close to $100.
If they somehow just keep it at the $60 price point, I will be genuinely shocked.
If it stays at the $60 price point, they sell it at a loss, at a huge loss at that point.
Yeah.
Because that controller already sounds expensive to make.
I think
Besides the
we're bound
actual
for,
plastic case,
I definitely think we're bound for another price jump when it comes to shit.
when it comes to these accessories, oh yeah.
Especially Xbox too, because ain't Xbox essentially the new controller that's coming out is essentially the original fucking
Elite.
what the Elite controller? Yeah.
Maybe. Hold on. Let me see.
I don't remember.
It might be or it might not. I don't
Like
remember.
it's not the complete Elite controller, but the shit is damn near just like the Elite controller for the most part.
I think it might be, except you don't have. Okay, so it's basically the same as the 360. The one controller is, except you don't have the ability to switch out thumbsticks and the thing of that sort. The biggest thing that I remember from this I actually did like was the immediate upload button that they have.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty dope. Like, they still have the option button, the share button, but they have like that instant like download or like upload button. I forgot what that thing was called, but that was pretty dope. I ain't gonna hold you, the Elite controller was definitely something I considered getting.
But you said like you can't switch out the thumbsticks and stuff for the.
Nah, you can't.
That's low key a setup. Because sometimes you just need to put in a new thumbstick. Now,
I'm trying to see light conclave thumbsticks.
I didn't know you guys were
some people it don't feel right to them.
This man Rambo's watching that game. That's hilarious. When we played 2K on my last stream, we played against these dudes in the park, and this guy, or this kid, I guess, was intentionally selling because we destroyed him. It was 22-2, and he was purposely selling. And then Rambo was like, "Do you really suck this bad, or were you just selling?" And then he was all like, "Of course I was selling. I didn't know you guys were superstars." I was like, "Wait, what?" Like, it doesn't take that. It's not that difficult to become a superstar at all.
Okay, who does not like to, but he does not play it that much. Still a superstar.
Exactly. Like, I got Superstar 1, and I don't play this game that much at all. Like, my most time played was literally like the first couple weeks or like the first month or two in that region. After that, raps. Like, but yeah, so that happened. Those are the most notable games that I've mentioned thus far, as well as apparently Gran Turismo 7 is making a comeback. Anybody give a fuck? No? Alright.
Nope. You talking about Forza for PlayStation? No.
Basically.
Exactly what it is.
Okay, so now, on to the final topic at hand, and the brother Agent is not here to be with us to share us his thoughts. So I'm going to basically give y'all his rundown really quickly. So, brother Agent, who cannot be here with us today, said he quotes that the PS5 is dope. He wants a black version though, and if it's $800, he might have to sell a little meat for it. He wildin'. He said he probably won't cop Last of Us, but it looks dope. Fuck Destiny. That's mostly because of the fact that he got beasted.
Anybody fuck Destiny? I'm so Rambo. It should be K-Dog for immune.
Oh my god. I was so mad I wasn't there for that. That was like the one time I was mad I had a job, so I did not get to experience that.
That shit was so fucking funny. K-Dog said, "Is my gun not working? Immune."
Nah, he did damage to one person. Oh yeah, killed somebody. And then the rest, immune.
That nigga special only did 20 damage.
Ooh.
Oh,
You hate to see it. But he said fuck Destiny, Twitch DMCA's English. It's some fuck shit. Being black while gaming is constantly being called the N-word. And when you check people on they bullshit, they say they just joking. His last statement was entirely factual. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. Being black while gaming. I'm pretty sure y'all should be staying updated on current events and everything that's going on with the fight for black rights and, you know, holding police accountable for the atrocity they commit to the black community. So on and so forth. We probably will eventually have an entire podcast dedicated to that topic. But since the PlayStation thing dropped, I felt like it's better for us to talk about that and then save the the more so news oriented version of the podcast for probably next week when we record the next one. Because that one I plan on trying to have most of RTG back in here so we can all discuss, since we are actually an all black gaming group. So, being black while gaming. Like Agent just says, being called the N-word constantly over the mic and shit like that. And when you check somebody on their bullshit, because ever so often, actually majority of the time, you can check people and they get real nervous or real fucking quiet. They say they were just joking, it wasn't that serious, it's that and third. The biggest meme of all time, or one of the biggest like racist memes or whatever, essentially, was when I think it was PewDiePie got caught for like the second or third time this time saying the N-word on a stream, and got a whole bunch of backlash for it. Gave us the same BS apology. It's not part of my regular vocabulary, although it came out your mouth pretty goddamn easily. You ain't hesitate, you just said it, so fuck out of here. But with that being said, people were trying to defend him, or not even trying to, people were defending him and saying that the N-word, you know, the racially slurred word that, you know, we learned from, you know, massa and so on and so forth, is a gamer word now. Something that just gets said in the heat of the moment in gaming, which is complete total bullshit. That just shows the ignorance of a lot of people. But I'm not surprised in the slightest. So
ignorant. They just want an excuse to say it.
Like I said, it doesn't surprise me. Like, I'm not even gonna say it's ignorant. You just want to say you're not dumb. You're not ignorant, because ignorant is lack of knowledge. You know it's wrong. You know what you're saying is bullshit. You are just saying that because you don't want the fact that you're fucking racist. Point blank, period. So yeah, that's essentially just a piece of it. I'm gonna let the squad go ahead and give their takes on it, and then I'll wrap it up. Biggie, you want to go first, since you're the youngest, my G?
I guess. Being in Blackwall gaming, you know, when you have a whole bunch of when you really just associate with mainly black people, it's cool. It's when you get on certain games, like 2K, you know, it's not really a big issue being a black gamer, because it's mainly niggas.
It's actually expected, if we're being honest.
Yeah, it's to be expected. It's mainly niggas, so it's a whole bunch of niggas playing basketball virtually. No, there's some white people. There's a lot of white people now, but I'm talking about just in general for the whole history. Not even whole history, for the history.
Remember what me and K-Dog ran into at the beginning of the year?
Oh God.
No, but here's what I'm saying. This is one thing I've always been saying, and it's been with how the game has been played and the people that play it. 2K didn't start getting big until Kevin Durant was on the cover of 2K15.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Shut the fuck up, Rambo.
2K15 was the, besides 14, and 14 I don't even think had as much buzz as 15, but
nope, 15 did.
I'm gonna say 15 was one of the first 2Ks I remember seeing a cutout in GameStop.
Yep.
I think they had one for 14, but still 14 did not sell as well as 15, I believe.
They did for 11. That's because Michael Jordan finally was like on the cover of 2K and looked back. So I remember that much. But I get what you're saying though.
That's on it versus the actual game.
2K is full of gamer words. Hey yo, Adam, facts, my G, facts.
You know to say, like, that was the first one that I remember seeing in that was that big, and I seen in GameStop as a cutout. And that's when the community, we all know, the community blew up very fast.
Yeah, because not too many people were in 14. Like TBH, like probably one of the few content creators that I remember watching in 2K14 make park videos. It wasn't too many of them. Like that I remember. Like there were people, but he was like the only one that I remember seeing like actually like doing that shit with the jigaboo jumps. But yeah, like it wasn't too many. But go ahead, Big, keep going.
And he crawled to the window.
What'd you say, Woo? Sorry.
I said keep going.
Oh, sorry. But it was then they started blowing up. And that when you're in a mainly black community for most stuff, like I played Midnight Club. As K-Dog said, very ignorantly but true, made for niggas.
I hate K-Dog for that.
It had an Escalade on the front. It was definitely made for niggas.
And it's like, it was that. The biggest game that had like a whole bunch of white people that I played was like Call of Duty, and by then I was in party chats. So the biggest thing is being black while gaming is only very annoying when you have to hear the ignorance. Or like how 2K is now, where people can put racist stuff on as a tattoo on them.
A shirt, their
like
clan tag,
like
their name.
Like when you're forced to hear or see it, that's when I'm like, all right. But you can say whatever you want in game chat if I can't hear you. I don't care what you talking to a brick wall at this point. You were in a room by yourself.
Yeah.
But definitely remember MW2. Didn't play it when it originally came out. Still got hit with some hard R's.
Woo, man, them MW2 days. That's where Soldiers was made.
Hey yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Them MW2 hard R's, but them was some of the hardest R's, motherfucker. Like some of them niggas was rolling the R's, like dog, like shit. Motherfucker hit me with the voice mod when the voice.
That was the first time I actually heard somebody get called a moon cricket. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, I almost pissed on myself. I almost pissed on myself from laughing.
I'm sorry. I know moon cricket is very, but I'm sorry. That shit is funny.
That shit had me die because it was just fucking random. Because he's like, I'm not even gonna call you the N word. I was gonna call you a moon cricket. And I was like, hey yo. That was like one of the few where like I didn't want to laugh, but it was just so fucking funny.
I'm sorry, but that one's funny.
It was like I gotta fight you for that one, but god damn, that was funny.
It'd be the way they say it too, because the ones that say it like that is always country fucking Moon Creek.
Yeah, like
ones where like they hit you with some racist shit, and it's like you never heard it, so it's like, well, shit, that was good.
But yeah, MW2, like yeah, if you came from MW2, there's a reason why people like who played MW2 and things like that sort of like who were in those public lobbies, like with the headset, like how I was and shit like that. This online shit doesn't affect you, and it shouldn't in the slightest. But it is annoying, like Biggie said. It's just annoying, like it's just fucking annoying. But you got anything else, Biggie?
It's just annoying when you have to see it or you have to hear it.
Yeah.
When they pretty much force you to have to hear it. Because I don't, even in real life, like I don't give a fuck what you say in your car. You can say
unless you got the windows down, then you liable to get slapped.
Yeah, like, as soon as you force me to have to hear it because I'm out in public, that's when it's an issue. I don't care what you say in your car, in your house, in private. That ain't none of my business. It's when I have to deal with it in public because you want to act like a fool.
Yeah.
That's my whole take on it.
That's my whole thing. Yeah, bitch, suck beef. Rambo, what you got, bruh?
You know what I'm saying? It's for me, it's easier to annoy and ignore shit like that over the game and shit. Yeah, it's irritating as fuck, but I expect nothing less from a bunch of little ass kids and a bunch of pussy ass individuals on the other side of a mic. Because we face to face, you not saying that, bruh. Like, come on, my guy, you're not really gonna say that shit to me face to face. So I really don't. Yeah, I kind of just let it go. But as far as like the gaming industry in general, when it comes to the black community and stuff like that, I'm gonna keep it a beam. Other than like the shrouds and like the real competitive dudes, we run this shit. Cause the funniest people in the gaming community, let's be honest, happen to be niggas. Let's just keep it real. Like, you got like really the main dudes, especially the white dudes that are up above on the gaming community that are high up, have been doing this shit since the very beginning. Like since YouTube, like the beginning of YouTube type shit. It ain't that many black guys that's been doing the YouTube shit since the very beginning. And if they are, they're just as big, if not bigger, than some of them other channels.
And if they're not as big, or if they're not as big, I guarantee you could tell, you can see the influence in everybody else's channel. You can see it.
Yeah, like, so like, when it comes to the gaming community, like, it's not a real gap between races in the gaming community, especially unless you just like clearly racist. Then yeah, we don't fuck with you. But other than that, like, the gaming community is a very toxic community, but it's a very together community. Because at the end of the day, nigga, we want these games, bro. We just want these games. That's all it is, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we come to escape all the real life bullshit anyway. So
I will say there are some people that they don't realize what they're saying is racist, but it is.
Yeah, I mean that's more so of just pure ignorance, really. That's all it is. They're just not educated. That's really what that is. But I get what you're saying. Like,
yeah, there's always gonna be that small group, but the main thing with content creation and gaming communities when it comes to being toxic is just, if they don't know you, then apparently you're nobody. If that one person doesn't know you, apparently then you're nobody. Like T-Bitch talked about, like him being in the same room as a lot of like the big content creators, like bigger than him, and because they don't know him, they treat him differently.
And had he started this shit around the same time they did, he'd be way bigger than them.
Easily.
Probably.
Easily.
Like, GI is the standard when it comes to a black group of content creators.
Facts.
Like, there's GI and then there's GMG. Like, it's just pure black. It's just pure black, or what they like to call us, the minority. That's what it is, and that's what people are trying to do. Then you got 2K hype? A lot of that was built by two black guys.
I'll say it was mainly a black content creation group, besides like Jesser.
So like, you know what I'm saying? We still got ways to go in life and in the gaming community. But like, these dudes gonna learn, and they're gonna learn real quick. They will learn real quick.
Definitely. Personally, being black while gaming is one of the most frustrating / rewarding and more fun things, because y'all gonna hear me say this until they put fucking dirt over me. They want our rhythm, but not our blues. I could probably put y'all on at least 5 different content creators who play a variety of games or whatever, who are entertaining in their own right, who are black. You probably see me watch them a lot. I'm in most of their chat, from the GI folks, you know, TBH, not GI, Data Dave, who is more of like a family friendly type streamer or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? I don't think he cusses at all in the streams, but shit like that. You also got Barefoot Gypsy, who's fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna lie to you. You got ATL 00770R or whatever, 2K streamer. Like, you also got BZ as well, who plays Apex very sweatily. You got the homie Ronchi who plays a variety of games. You got Ricky. Like, there are plenty of content creators who are in that gaming space or whatever, who are all unique in their own right. My biggest issue about being black while gaming and shit like that is how they try to put us in a box. Like, I gave y'all 7 different black content creators. 7
All different.
Who have their own niche, their own style, their own thing, right? Because you could watch, like, a Duke video and then watch ATL video, and they're 2 different videos because they're 2 different content creators. Granted, are they both playing 2K? Yes, but they have their own style. Like, they're not the same person. I don't like how they try to put us in that box because, for instance, like if you've like watched like some of TBH's like old videos and shit like that from like when they played 2K, or hell, even Flock, don't be Flock. If you watch like his videos of his stream playing 2K, it's completely different from like a Doom's. But if you play 2K, they try to make you a 2K person. Play GTA, try to make you a GTA person. They try to put us in a box, and it's like we can do whatever and make it entertaining. That's just what we do as a people. Like, we could play Uno, and we've had played Uno, and that should be hilarious. Granted, fuck Biggie, but sorry, man.
Friendship ruiner.
Yeah, like, we could play games and not be put in that same old box, as well as say that we do play 2K or whatever, or like 2K streamers, shit like that. Granted, I don't want to say a majority, even though it kind of does be looking like that, which is really annoying. Aside from that, not every 2K streamer and or YouTube content creator who's actually big and has a name has a vocabulary of a 5th grader can only say nigga when trying to describe somebody. You feel me? Not every big YouTuber or like big 2K content creator who's black does that. Chris Move is not the same as Agent. Fucking the homie Phantom is not the same as, you know, Shoot. They're different. Like, there's difference in all that shit. And it's annoying when they try putting us in that box just because we might play the same game or we might upload content of the same game. But we all have different styles. We're not all the same. Like, fucking the main 2, like the 2 groups that you heard us mention, GI and GMG, like us, play a multitude of games. We don't just play the 2K, the same shit. You'll come over here, we'll be playing Warframe. You'll go over to GMG or whatever, they'll be playing like Overcooked or something. You go to like GI, they'll play like well, back in the day they'd be playing Paragon, but they'll play games like Apex or something like that. Like, everybody is playing different games. We're not just limited to the stereotype of what, you know, I guess is conceived as black gamers. Like, the black gamer is not just limited to just 2K, like to just simulation sports games and GTA. We do more than that. We're way more entertaining than probably some of your favorite content creators who don't look like us. I can almost guarantee that. Not even almost guarantee, I guarantee that, actually. So it's just annoying. And as for like the whole racist thing online, that's just annoying in of itself. Because like Rambo said, you would not say that to nobody's face you're talking to online. You just wouldn't. You wouldn't. You feel safe behind your keyboard. You feel safe behind your mic. You know, talking all that big shit. I'm gonna smack you when I see you. And it's like, I could pull up to these gaming events and you ain't gonna do shit. Like, the GI folks talked about this shit, like where dudes was talking that rah-rah shit, and they're like, we at every gaming event. Pull up. And like, niggas don't pull up because they ain't about about what they talking about. You feel what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that's annoying. Like, motherfuckers feel real safe behind mics and keyboards. And like, when they hear, and the funniest thing is, right, is how like, most of us, actually all of us in the damn group, aside from like maybe Agent, have bass in our voice. In some way, shape, or form. We got bass, right? Soon as somebody hears bass, you can immediately expect the N-word to get thrown around at any point. Any point.
Or as soon as they hear bass, they get real quiet.
Or they get real quiet. That's definitely another one. Like,
I remember definitely there's been multiple times Rambo will go in the game chat and talk to somebody and they stop talking altogether.
I mean, you know, don't forget OG Thug. What?
Told that man to get off the game and be a father.
Hey, somebody had to do it, yo. Somebody had to do it. That shit fit. The thing is, side note, before we continue on this conversation, if you've not watched this video, I think K-Dog uploaded it. In my defense, I was not going to say nothing at all, because most of the time, the whole squad can vouch for me. I don't say shit in game chat for the most part. I'm just quiet. I talk to them. Somebody says something, I just started laughing, right? Only reason I started talking was because he started bad-mouthing my people. He started talking shit about the squad, and he tried coming at me about me running point guard. Granted, we were playing 2K. I'm not cocky at all. I let my boys do talking for me and my point guard skills. I felt like I was having a good game. But he was saying I was giving the ball to him enough, even though we were beating this team by like 20, damn near 30. So when he started talking that rah-rah shit, I got in game chat and I had to set him straight. So, there. But anyways, onto this game shit. So yeah, getting called that. What happened? I'm not toxic.
You are.
I just hit my folks with reality that you can try that tough guy shit with everybody else, not me. I'm not one for it. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking. You're talking shit on an online game. Shut your mouth and look in the mirror and tell yourself I'm a fucking loser. Just that easy.
Toxic.
It's the truth. Am I trying to hear that bullshit? But yeah, it's annoying. Like, I don't go to sleep or like go to bed at night crying or feeling any type of way because somebody called me the N-word. I've been called worse by better people. You feel what I'm saying? I've been told by my parents, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. That hurts more than what anybody in online can say to me. I'm sorry. That shit hurts. So, getting called the N-word, it's just annoying. Like, at this point, it's just annoying because, like, y'all ain't got nothing better to say. Like, y'all don't got no jokes. Like, you know you really piss somebody off or you, like, really in their head when that's the first thing they go to. When that's, like, the only thing they can go to is just the N-word. Like, motherfuckers be having clan tag, like, literally clan symbols and shit like that, like, on 2K or in, like, their Call of Duty, like, clan or whatever and shit like that. All type of just racist shit. And it's just, at this point, it's just annoying. It's like, y'all don't know better, but... Well, actually, you do know better. You just don't want to do better because you think it's funny. Like... I'm sorry. Some of you motherfuckers aren't funny. A lot of you are just corny, and what you're doing is not trolling. You're just a bitch. Flat out. Like, I kind of hate where trolling has kind of like gone to, where everybody's like, oh, I was just trolling you. No, you're being a racist cunt, and I wish that everything around you would just collapse and go away. Because it's fucking annoying.
Nothing about what they said was funny.
Like trolling is like just talking shit to somebody or selling on purpose, but you're not being racist. Like, I can say you suck, you stink, you blow. Like, here's the thing: you're blowing me out in the game or whatever, right? And I'm still just gonna talk shit and just piss you off more because you're not realizing that you're winning. You're so worried about what I'm saying. Or if we're on the same team. God. Or if we're like on the same team, like on Call of Duty or something like that, I'm purposely running in head first with a pistol, not getting a single kill, just running at people. Just to sabotage the game.
You niggas would hate it if they gave us proximity chatting, right? Oh my lord, you niggas would hate.
I mean, ain't no trolling in that. That's just straight facts. We blew a team out by 100. 100.
Good times.
Good times. But yeah, it's like... We go to like as a like a community and shit like that, especially over here. We come to this gaming shit as an escape from reality. Like, we already got to deal with the harshness of making it home is a blessing of itself, right? It's annoying to get on the game and just deal with that bullshit online because it's all like, I can't physically strangle you the way I want to, because it's just flat out annoying. Like, you see the N-word, you hear it, you hear Like, to me, it's the funniest thing, right? Only, like, here in the States, and especially, like, over here in the States, are losers celebrated and revered. I've never seen so much Confederacy shit, or, like, that type of talk so much until, like, I started getting online. It's like, y'all really like losers. Like, you fucking lost.
Still repping the Confederate flag, like, the Confederates didn't lose.
Like, the fuck is you doing, dog? Like, flat out, it's just obnoxious just to deal with it. It's not like, oh, I need to take a break from it. It's never that serious, because like Biggie said, dog, we got Discord, mute fucking game chat and shit like that.
I don't necessarily have to hear you.
Yeah, I don't have to hear it. It's just seeing it just gets annoying, because like, y'all really got nothing better to do. That's the thing that makes it annoying, because they think it's trolling. They think it's funny. It's just annoying. It's like, dude, you're not funny. You're actually lonely and pitiful. Get out your mama's basement. Go read a book. Do something productive. It's one of those things where you don't understand it until you are part of the people who are dealing with the shit. Cause if you're like a black content creator, they find any possible way to try to demonize and or like downgrade whatever the hell you're doing, or say that you're biting off of a different content creator who's not black, obviously. Like, actually, a big proponent of all this is they always try to pin us against each other in some way, shape, or form. Like, in some way, shape, or form, they try to make it that way we're beefing. Like a big example I can use, whatever, right, is because, you know, we either like the GMG squad or whatever that we all close to, right? Like, those are our folks over there, right? If we ever, well, probably more than likely, when we do get the chance to actually play, you know, them in pro and 5-on-5 or whatever, right? Our communities tend to be the same. Like, we tend to share communities more or less, like with our subs and people that we follow and so on and so forth. Our circle's kind of more or less the same. An outside source would come in and basically try to make it that way seems like this shit is personal when it's just us being competitive and just providing content for our communities. That type of shit happens more often with, you know, black content creators than any other creators that I see. Like, it's always like, oh, you going against them or and shit like that. It's like, no, we all, like, there's money out there for all of us to be in the same boat. And honestly, we try to uplift, like, content creators more than anything, if I'm being completely honest. Like, we see some dope shit, we gonna talk about that dope shit and share that dope shit. But it's like, you hear it and see it all the time, where it's like the complete opposite of that. And I don't see that nowhere else. Like, it's old, it's tiring, and I would say motherfuckers gotta do better. They know they gotta do better, but they don't want to because they don't get punished. There's no repercussions for it. That's the biggest problem with all of this shit. There's no repercussions for it. Like, could you imagine, right, that if we were playing a game and somebody said some racist shit or had some racist shit, they got IP banned? Like, if you said some real wild, like, out of pocket shit, like, I'm pretty sure y'all seen, like, you know, some of the wild shit that people say all, like, online on Twitter and shit like that, you know, about current situations. Could you imagine people were getting IP banned? Like, straight up, like, nah, we're good, we're tired of this shit?
I wouldn't put it past people to do it. It'd have to be carefully done, but I wouldn't put it past the companies to try it.
It would, like, it definitely have to be, like, heavily watched or whatever. But
I feel like COD would be the ones to try it first.
Well, I mean, they are implementing features already, talking about, like, getting rid of, like, the racist shit that happens, like, in their chat and things of that sort. And what pisses me off is the argument of free speech and shit like that. No, you fuck your free speech when you're being a douche. When you're being racist, fuck you and your free speech. I'm sorry. I don't have time for this shit. Been dealing with that for 400 years plus. And still counting. Fuck you and your whole no free speech or whatever. No, kiss my entire black ass. I'm cool off that. That shit is irritating. Because it's not assassinating the idea or whatever. It's not censorship as far as like assassinating your idea. You feel what I'm saying? No, you're being fucking racist and you're fucking spouting hate speech. That's what you're doing. Saying you fucking suck your ass or whatever, fine, cool, whatever. When you call me an N-word or somebody's gay, you call them the F-word and shit like that, like, the fuck is you doing, bro? You feel what I'm saying? It's like, nah, dog. Nah. I'm good. Like, people love to just say, like, you know, free speech and shit like that when they're trying to, like, have hate speech. It's not informative, it's bullshit. That's where I'm at with it. Like I said, I've been playing online since like PS3 era and so on, like the first Modern Warfare going strong. And I've dealt with the shit, and it's just like at first I was like, yo, people really saying this shit? That's crazy. And then you kind of like just be like, whatever. And then you start talking shit back. Which is the funnier part, because when you got better jokes, that's when all they can do is just say racist shit. That's how you know you're winning.
Oh, yeah, facts.
When all the saying is race shit or just yelling into the mic or just repeating themselves, you are hitting them with some of the best shit ever. Like, that's what it really comes down to. Especially when they're young too. I'm sorry. Like, old neckbeards are the weirdest, and then young kids who just don't have good home training or parents are the most funniest ones to me. Because they never have good shit. They never have nothing funny. Ever. But that's all I got on my show notes. Y'all got anything, fellas, before we wrap this thing on up? So y'all just gonna just say, fuck what I'm talking about, right? Alright, folks. Appreciate y'all coming through to another episode of the podcast. It looks like Rambo muted himself and Biggie somehow got kicked out. Oh, Biggie got kicked. Alright, well, we gonna holla at y'all next week, folks. Like I said, I love y'all. Appreciate everybody who came through to the podcast. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, this will be available on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitch Radio, Anchor, which makes it easy for us to get our podcast heard on multiple platforms. You dig? I'm gonna holla at y'all later, and we out.
Biggie, you still